Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing good on this Monday night. We're just going to wait a few seconds just to make sure that everyone can join us, and then we can get started. Just want to make sure can everyone hear me okay? Everyone can see me okay? If you're experiencing any problems, please feel free to just drop a chat in the chat box and we'll see if we can resolve it. We're just going to wait a few more seconds and then we can get going. Glad to see there's quite a few people joining us tonight. I think it's quite a nice topic that we have when we're talking about in love with idioms. Okay, I think we're ready to get going. So let's start. So as I said, today's topic is in love with idioms. So we're going to discuss idioms that either relate to love or has the word love in it. So let's get started. Okay, so as I mentioned, if you're experiencing any problems, and I mentioned you're unable to see video. Anybody else experiencing any video problems? Adam says everything's okay. Anna, just tell me if you're still experiencing any video problems. Right, so as I said, if you have any problems, like Anna said now, just chat and we'll see if we can resolve it. If you have any questions during the webinar session, please feel free to chat them. There is going to be a Q&A section at the end of this webinar session. And then this is quite an interactive session. So I want you guys to sort of join in the conversation, chat your questions. There's going to be some areas where you're going to be asked a question where you can interact and give some answers. So I want you guys to have fun. This is quite a fun webinar session. Then just to introduce myself for those who haven't met me before, my name is Rudel Treinicht. I'm tutor Rudel from South Africa, and today we are going to discuss love idioms. I think it's quite a nice way to start the new week. We're going to look at the definition of idiom. So what is an idiom? And then we're going to learn some vocabulary. So we're going to learn some phrases and sentences related to love and idioms. So let's first look at the explanation of an idiom. What is an idiom? So an idiom is an expression that has a figurative or sometimes literal meaning. In other words, you can't take the idiom, it's not something that physically happens. It's just a figurative sense of speech. So it's a sentence to describe something that's happening, and it's a figure of speech. It's not a literal speech structure. For example, when you say penny for your thoughts, it doesn't physically mean that someone's going to give you a penny so you can tell them what you're thinking. It's just a figure of speech. So penny for your thoughts is a very polite way of asking someone what they are thinking. So you could see we're not literally meaning what the idiom says. It's just a figurative sort of meaning. So now I want you guys to get involved. So we're going to play a little game now. I'm going to show you two pictures. Sometimes there's going to be two pictures, sometimes there's going to be one image, and I want you to then guess the word related to each image. Once you've guessed the words, if you put them together, they actually create an idiom. And a lot of them are very well-known idioms. So let's get started. Let's try and guess the first image on the left here. So see if you can guess this first image. And please feel free to just type them in. I see Adam got quite a few good answers. Adam's the first one with the correct answer. We've got two more additional correct answers. Other guys want to give it a try and see if you can. There we go. Another correct answer from Maria. Another correct answer from Okay, you guys are, you know, your idioms quite well. So the first one, the first word is obviously fall or falling, and the second word is love. So put them together, and we've got fall or falling in love. So what does it mean to fall in love? It's to start experiencing feelings for a person. So as you can see, it's a figurative meaning. You don't literally fall in love with someone. You can obviously fall over heels for them, and it's almost a literal meaning when you see them, and you literally stumble because you're so in love with them or taken by them. But in this instance, to fall in love simply means to start experiencing feelings for someone. So well done, guys. Very good on the first one. Let's have a look at the next one. See if you can guess the next one. So what is the first image? And I think most of you will probably be able to guess the second one. Let's see who comes up with the answer first. Got one correct answer coming through. Anybody else can? Okay, it's close. Maria, slightly off. Okay, a lot of people are referring to the cup itself. Think of what's inside the cup. And it's not a big one, it's a small one. What do you call the small version of what's inside the cup? The young version, when they're just born. A lot of people are saying cup of love. So it's not the cup itself, it's inside the cup. I'm going to give you guys a small clue. Oh, there we go. We've got another correct answer. Well done, well done. There we go, Maria. Well done, almost. Maria, we can just take off the of word, but well done. Good guess, good guess. Just want to see if another person can guess this one right. There we go. Well done, Anita. Okay, so second word is love, obviously. And then the first word, well done, Maria. The first word is puppy. So puppy love. And what does puppy love mean? So puppy love is a short period or an infatuation, sort of an obsessive behavior with someone. So it's generally when someone meets another person and they're infatuated with them. They're almost sort of blinded by their appearance and by the connection. And puppy love is very innocent. So if you want to put it in the sentence structure, you could almost say something like, you know, why is he so infatuated with her? You know, they're only in school. And then a mother could say, oh, don't worry, it's innocent puppy love. So it's a very innocent, nothing serious type of love, but it's sort of like a small infatuation, and generally for a short period of time. Okay, let's look at the next one. So here we've only got one image. This could be quite a tricky one, but if you look carefully, you'll see it actually visually and literally shows what it means. Let's see if you guys can take a guess. What is the heart on top of? Okay, we've got some answers coming through. Please feel free to guess anything, you guys, whatever you think it could be. There's no real wrong answers here. We're here to have some fun. Okay, you guys have the first word almost right. What's another synonym for stone? And I'll give you guys a clue. It's a very, very big stone, and it's plural. So we're looking for the plural version of a synonym of very big stones. And you generally find them in the sea. So close to where the beach is, you'll find a lot of, generally the waves sort of crash onto there. There we go, Ivona. So what's the plural of the word you just gave? Okay, the plural. And then we've got one correct guest. Ivona got it right. So there we go, Maria. Well done, well done. And where's the heart sitting? It's sitting on. So I'll give you guys, we've got a few correct guesses for what the stone is. So it's a rock, but we're using the plural in this idiom. So we say rocks. There we go. And then the heart is sitting on. Okay, very close, Adam, very close. So Adam was guessing heart on rock. So close. What's another synonym for heart? When you're experiencing something for someone. Or when you say you, someone. Okay, I think let's have a look. Let's have a look at the answer. This is a very tricky one, but it's quite a nice one, a really good one to learn as well and to use in conversation. There we go. Well done, Maria. You got it right. Okay, when you say love is on the rocks, so this generally means when there is problems within a relationship. And usually this is when a relationship is very close to ending. So when love is on the rocks, it means that generally people are fighting, they can't see eye to eye. There's another idiom, seeing eye to eye. And generally there's a risk of the relationship ending quite soon if they don't resolve it. So this is when we say when love is on the rocks. To try and use it in the sentence, we could say something like, did you hear Jill and John arguing again last night? I'm sure their love is on the rocks. So this is a way to say that, you know, some people are arguing a lot. Their relationship is at risk of ending because they're not agreeing. There's a lot of problems in their relationship. Okay, well done, guys. Well done. Few more to go. Hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. So let's have a look at the next one. This is quite a new one. I wasn't even familiar with this one, but it's quite a nice idiom as well. So you know the first one. Who can guess the second image or the second photo? It's a type of rodent. And it's sort of it's not a mouse. What is the bigger version of a mouse? What from the same rodent family? And just to also give you guys another clue, the order that the images are in is in the same order than the words are. Well done, Agata. And Marcella actually has the idiom correct. You're the first person to get the idiom correct. Well done, Marcella. Poite, you just swap the words around and then you've got the right one. Maria, it's not a hamster. So remember the words are in the same order. So if the heart's first, that one comes first, and then the name for the rodent. Okay, I'm going to just give you guys a few more seconds. Got a few correct answers coming through. Okay, well done, guys. Well done, guys. So let me give you the answer. So the first one is obviously love. And then the second one, what is the rodent, or what type of rodent is the second one? It's a rat. So this one is called a love rat. So this is the idiom that we use for someone that cheats a lot in a relationship. So if you have a friend that's dating someone that you assume is probably cheating on her or him, you would call them a love rat. It's quite a nice, expressive way of saying someone is a really, not a committed person to the relationship. Okay, well done, well done. Let's have a look at the next one. So this image, the second word doesn't literally mean what the image shows, but it is the same word. So see if you guys can guess this one. First, guess the first image. What action are they doing in the image? And then what is the items called in the second image? So what do you call all of these items? Not the individual items, the group items. Okay, Dominica, you got the first word right. Well done. Let's see if you guys can guess this one. I'll tell you what the idiom means, and then maybe you can guess it from there. So this is generally after you've had an argument in a relationship or with your partner. It's generally when something happens after the argument and then everything's okay again. So Anna, you got it right. Just swap it around. Swap your images around. Well done, Anna. You're the first one who got it right. Let's see. Any other guesses? Very close. Dagmara, you're so close. There we go. Well done, Agnieszka. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the answer. So after you've had an argument, generally what happens, you kiss and make up. So this is when you sort of forgive. You had an argument, you've spoken about it, you've resolved your differences, and you're moving forward in the relationship. So that's when you kiss and make up, and then everything is forgiven. So well done, Anna. Really good guess. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Okay, so this is a very interesting one. It doesn't relate that much to love. This one can actually be used in many situations. So it's a type of idiom that we can use in any type of context, and doesn't actually just relate to love itself. Okay, Poiti, very close, very close. You guys are guessing the right words, but see if you can guess the idiom. You guys are very, very close. Let me show you. There's a few little words in between that we need to insert, and I'll tell you what this idiom means as well, so you can maybe see if you can guess it from there. So we'll generally use this idiom when someone asks us to do something, and we completely refuse to do whatever is being asked from us. So it's when we say that there is no way that you'll do something um, that is wanted or asked from us. Okay, well done, Doc Mara. Very, very close. Marcella, you're also very, very close. Okay, let's have a look. For love or money. So the reason they say for love or money means generally people believe in life there are two things that are important. The two most important things in life, generally speaking, people say is either love or money. So what this means is that when when something is asked from us, doesn't matter um, how big the reward is. So you won't do it for love or money. So this is when there is no way someone will do something that is asked from them. So if someone, to give an example, if someone had to ask me, uh, please can you wake up tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock to take me to school, then I can say something like, oh, I won't do that for love or money because I'm only going to sleep 3 hours. In other words, I don't care if I find the love of my life or if you pay me all the money in the world, there's no way that I'm going to do it. So this is a very polite way of sort of saying to someone that there's no way that you'll be able to do it or that you're actually willing to do it. Nice one, Anna. Money for nothing and chicks for free. I think that might be a new idiom, a modern idiom that might be started. Okay, right. Let's have a look at the next one. This is quite an easy one. Let's see if you guys can guess what's the first image. There we go. Well done, Dominica. Maria, well done. Well done. Well done, Marcella. Can you guys guess? So you guys are getting this one quite easily. So see if you can guess what this means. So blind love or blinded by love. Can you guess what this idiom means? What does it mean when you're blinded by love or when you experience blind love? Or, Agata, that's the same one. You could say love is blind. Very good. It's exactly the same idiom, just different word construction. So what does it mean when you're blinded by love? Can anybody guess? Any guesses? Why do they say you blinded by love? Okay, let me show you guys quickly. Okay, so when you blinded by love, there we go. Well done, Anna. Dagmara, it's actually the opposite. You're very close. You could say it's uncritical, but it's almost a more negative connotation. So Anna, you're very, very close. You're actually sort of on the mark. So let's have a look quickly. So when you're blinded by love, it's when you don't see the negative aspect of a person. So you might meet a person that you fall in love with, and then because you're blinded by love, you don't see the negative aspects. So things like he might be a lazy person, or he doesn't like to clean up, or he talks a lot. You don't see the negative part because initially you are so infatuated, you're experiencing puppy love that you don't see the negative. And generally after a few months, when the excitement wears off, 6 months or a year later, that's when the blinds come off and you start seeing all the negative points. There we go. Well done, Anna. Yes, you're an optimist. I think it's love makes you feel optimistic and only makes you see the positive sides of a person. Okay, well done, guys. Well done. Just have a few left and then we're going to have a look. Okay, so again, we've got a similar word in this one. This is quite an easy one. Don't know if any of you have been on one of these. It's usually quite a scary experience. Let's see if you guys can guess. So what is the couple doing in the second picture? Looks quite romantic. See if you guys can guess. There we go. There we go. Adam, very close, very close. Dagmara, well done. Marcella, well done. Anna, not on the mark. What's the first image, Emma? What is she experiencing in the first image? Mac, well done. Camille, well done. Anita, well done. Okay, so let's have a look. Blind date. So this is when you're meeting someone for the first time, and this is generally like a dinner or a movie, and it's to see if there's a connection. Most of the time, it's your friends that set you up on a blind date. They'll say, "Oh, I know the perfect person for you. Would you like to meet them?" And you say yes, and you generally maybe speak over the phone. You get to know the person over the phone, maybe one or two phone calls, just to arrange the date itself. But the moment you sit down to meet each other for the first time, that's why you call it a blind date. And the reason people do this is they want to see if there's an instant attraction. There's something to learn from when two people meet for the first time and see what the response is. You generally know within the first 5 minutes if it's going to work or if it's not going to work. And this is where a blind date could be quite beneficial. Could also be very stressful if you've got to sit through a blind date and there's absolutely no connection. Right, here's another one. So in this one, again, it's a figurative image. So the first word is a similar word to the picture, but it's got a different meaning. So let's see if you guys can guess this one. I'll give you a clue. I just want to try and see if we avoid running over time, but I'll give you guys a clue on the first one. So the first word is match. There we go. Well done, Marcella. Well done. There's one word missing, Marcella. So the first word is match. Marcella, there's one word missing in between match and in. There we go. Well done. Well done. Well done, Marcella. So this one is match made in heaven. And what is a match made in heaven? This is generally two people who are perfectly suited for each other. So it's when a couple comes together and, it's generally a comment that someone else would say, when you see they're very happy, they fit each other perfectly, their personalities, the type of people they are. And this is when we say something like, "Oh, did you see Joan and Jane? They literally a match made in heaven." So that's when we comment on people to say that they're perfect for each other. See if you guys can guess this one. So what action is he doing in the first one? He's holding a balloon and he's about to something to the balloon. I'll give you guys the second one. So the second one is question. So he's about to something to the balloon. He's holding a pin and he's going to almost, Camille. What happens to the item he's holding when it explodes? What's another synonym for explode? There we go. So we've got pop a balloon. So the first word is pop, well done. And then the second word is question. So the idiom is pop the question. So this is when someone proposes. So when a man, for instance, asks a woman to marry, that's when he pops the question. Um, so, a person could say, a man could say, or any person could say to his friends, so when are you going to pop the question? That's basically asking, when are you going to ask him or her to marry you? So that's when we say they pop the question. And here's the last one. Okay, let's see if you guys can guess this one. It's one image, and I'll give you a clue. It's generally after you have popped the question. This sort of happens after you've popped the question. So what's happening with the string? Close, Adam, close. I'll tell you guys what the last image is. So the last image is a knot. But how do you get to the knot? What do you do to make a knot? You also do it with your shoelaces. So what do you do when you put your shoes on and you something your shoelaces? There we go. Well done, Camille. You're the first one who's got the correct answer. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the answer. So what's happening here is we tie the knot. So after you've popped the question and he or she says yes, then they tie the knot. So tie the knot means to marry someone. So this is when two people get married. So you could say something like, did you hear Sean and Gillian tied the knot over the weekend? And we actually use the past tense to say that they tied the knot. If you want to ask when someone is going to, you could say, when are you going to tie the knot? So when are you going to get married? So well done, guys. Very good, very good. I'm just going to skip through. I've brought in some additional love idioms just in case we had some additional time, but I'll rather go straight through to the Q&A quickly and just answer some questions that you guys might have. So let's have a look. Do you have any questions that relates to love idioms or idioms in general? Please feel free to answer or to ask them quickly. And while I wait for your questions quickly, just in case you guys didn't know, so a lot of people ask me, where do idioms come from? So where do idioms actually originate from? So they actually come from quite a few sources. A lot of them come from literature. So there might be a lot of phrases that was coined in sort of Shakespearean books that has been simplified to standard English. Um, then there might also be movies or historic events where people have come up with certain phrases that they've coined, and a lot of people have started using it. A similar one or a good example is, for instance, the phrase "to drop a track." Now, I'm not sure if it's been coined as an idiom yet, but it's got the same similarities as an idiom. So to drop a track is sort of used in the music industry when an artist sort of releases a new track or a new album. Now, this is a very modern way of saying releasing an album because 100 years ago, albums didn't exist. So idioms are forever generated and created, and it's generally something that a person might say, a famous person, or might be written in a book, and then people start using it because it's such a memorable and expressive way of describing an event or when something happens. Okay, I don't see any questions, so I'm just going to get to finalize the presentation quickly, but please feel free to ask any questions still if you guys have. So please remember to follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. This Tutlo TV webinar session will obviously be available on our YouTube channel, so if you'd like to view it again, please feel free to go have a look. And thank you so much for joining. There's going to be a quick poll. I'll really appreciate it if you guys can quickly take a few minutes just to answer the poll for us, and it'll be greatly appreciated. There's just 2 questions. So the first one was, how useful was this webinar? So if you guys can quickly just answer that poll for us, I'll appreciate that. And thank you. And then let's have a quick look at the second question. I hope you guys are going to try to use the new idioms you've learned in your daily activity. Thank you so much for answering the question. So let's have a look at our second poll. So our second poll is, would you like to take part in similar activities in the near future? So would you like to see something similar to this webinar session in the future? So please feel free to answer honestly. Did you experience always want to learn from you guys as well, so that we can try and give you the best experience in the webinar sessions that we can. And as I said, please feel free to go view this online again if there's any explanation or something you want to just review on our YouTube channel. Okay, great. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful Monday night further and a great week, and hope to see you guys soon. Thanks so much for joining. Have a good week.